Hello and welcome to Brodual. It's been a while since we've covered some weapon mods, so we thought it was about time we shared 3 great weapon packs from the last few months. Each mod offers a different style of weapon and unique ways to find them, so there should be something for everyone. First up is Nedhegoth the Butcher. This is a mod that reintroduces Bosmer artifacts from previous Elder Scrolls games, as well as adding a few other new weapons to complete the package. It introduces them through a short related questline that can be started at any time, although it's highly recommended for the mid to late game. Rumour has it that 3 Bosmer brothers have been ambushing travellers to the west of Whiterun. The guards are too scared to handle it themselves because they're rumoured to be cannibals, so it's up to the Dragonborn to take them out. You start the quest by investigating a murder at a new house to the northwest of Whiterun. Eventually you'll run into the 3 brothers, all of whom are formidable foes and use powerful new weapons and armour. The Helm of Orion is an enchanted skull, which is said to improve the wearer's agility and endurance. The helm is enchanted, providing stagger resistances, stamina regeneration and fortifications to both health and stamina. You'll get to choose between a heavy or light version of the helm, which will tweak its stats depending on the type. Skull Crusher is made from magically hardened steel and is said to feel amazingly lightweight, which makes for more powerful and crushing swings. Just like in Morrowind, the weapon fortifies your carry weight by the exact amount it weighs, making it virtually weightless as a result. Like the helm, you'll get to choose whether you want a one-handed or two-handed version, so pick whatever suits you best. Nedhegoth's right hand and left hand are twin Bosma one-handed swords. When used together they both absorb 25 points of health on hit, however their charge depletes naturally over time. As cannibal weapons, they can only be recharged by feeding on the lives of anyone you kill. Aengoth's bow is a Bosma bone weapon that does 30 points of poison damage and has a chance to paralyse enemies. And finally we have Kukri and Machete, 2 of the more plain weapons of Bosmer origin. All of the new weapons are for the mid to late game, just like the quest itself. Their stats are around that of their vanilla Ebony or Daedric equivalents, so nothing about the mod is for the early game. Overall, the weapons added are of an extremely high quality, and if not based on lore directly, they're all heavily influenced by it. If you're using the Bosmer armor pack that we covered a while back, it's also a great way to add to your Bosmer inspired arsenal. If you're looking for some more plain or less flamboyant weapons, then our second mod might be for you. Billyro's Weapons is a collection of 15 mods mostly made up of swords, but there's also a dagger and an axe thrown in. To get them in game you simply just need to explore the world and you should stumble upon them over time. They've been scattered fairly evenly around Skyrim, and a couple can be found in more unique ways, like the Daemon Sword that can only be summoned using a new spell. Right now they're basically handled like unique weapons, but we'd like to see them integrated through the level list so they can be found in loot and on merchants. The stats of the weapons also vary, but they mainly hang around in the mid game. For most of the weapons you can switch their styles at any forge, so you can go from one-handed to two-handed or vice versa at any time at no cost. We particularly like the new axe, although we're not too fond of the new dagger. Luckily, if you're only interested in a few of them, then you can easily just install each individual weapon separately, so you can either have them all or pick and choose only the ones you like. Overall, despite mostly adding swords, the mod does a good job at making each one look and feel unique. And finally, the last mod for the spotlight is Kthonia's unique weapons. This is the smallest but no less impressive of the 3 mods. It adds 2 weapons that are designed to supplement the Dragonborn DLC and the Isle of Solstheim, which isn't something you see too often. The chitin recurve bow is reminiscent to the chitin based weapons of Morrowind. It fits in well alongside the armour in Dragonborn, but we think it looks just as good alongside any bone based armour set. Its stats put it around the same level as the vanilla glass bow, but its enchantment adds 25% of your archery skill to your bash damage, so it certainly has a unique edge. You can get the standard version at any time by just crafting, however to get the unique version that comes with added pearls, you need to head west of the Glacial Cave in Solstheim. It's being held by a not so friendly wanderer, so be on your guard for a fight. The second weapon is the Dwemer Lightning Fork. This is probably one of the more unique weapons in both its appearance and enchantment. It's a dagger based weapon that uses advanced Dwemer technology, as all things do when they're a bit weird in the world of Skyrim. Its stats are relatively low, but it more than makes up for that by dealing high shock damage. It also has the ability to execute a debilitating shock when you perform a power attack, which also knocks down and paralyses most enemies. The special attack can only be used once every 12 seconds, so it won't get completely out of control, but it certainly is a powerful weapon for the late game. Its effects also work when it's used by a follower or any other NPC, so taking it from the Reaver inside the ruins of Kagramez is a challenge in of itself, especially if you're using a combat overhaul. All in all, we always like to keep an eye out for high quality bows and we really like how this one looks. The dagger is a nice addition too, although it might not be down everyone's alley. If you're interested in any of today's weapons shown, then you can find everything you need down below. As always, be sure to leave endorsements on any mods you enjoy, and just before we wrap up today's spotlight, we'd like to thank WeMesh for sponsoring this episode. WeMesh is an app for Android and Apple devices that lets you share and watch videos in perfect sync. Wherever you are in the world, you and dozens of friends can all watch videos at the exact same time, sharing your reactions via text or voice chat too. It's great for Let's Plays on YouTube, as well as movie trailers or even our own videos. To get it today, you can find a link in the description below. And as always, be sure to check out g2a.com for some cheap games, and thanks for watching.